Welcome to Beat Poverty in America. Tonight, I have the honor and privilege of having my team, my rock stars, my support system, and everything that helps my business thrive. And we're going to have a conversation and share with you who we are, why we do what we do, and how we do what we do. So what I'd like to do this evening is I'd like to start with Fitz and then go to Joe and Tawny. And I'd like you to introduce yourself. I know who you are, but I'd like you to introduce yourself and just tell us why you do what you do, what brought you to it, and what makes you continue to do what you do to help the team that you have and support us, in addition to what the insurance business is about to you.
You may have to remind me a couple of those. So
I am happy to remind you.
My name is Alec Fitzgerald. My first name looks like Alex, so everybody gets it wrong. I've been Fitz for a long time now. It's an abbreviation of Fitzgerald. And I'm married to Heather. We got 3 kids.
Yay.
I own a life insurance agency named the Fitz Group. I like to say I'm the Fitz of the group. We have a large team, spans across the country. We've put over $32 billion in coverage, over 330,000 families we've helped. 6 families reach the millionaire status and hundreds to become 100,000aires. Why I do what I do? Initially, I was broke. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 8, and about a year out of college, a buddy of mine I was trying to build businesses with said, "You should get an insurance license." And I thought he was joking. And I said, no. But he appealed to my greater sense of being broke and said, look, whatever, man, get over yourself. You're broke and they pay $500 a sale starting out. You need the money. Right. So I got my license. My first commission check was $1,800. I very quickly believed that I could make money. That's why I started doing what I do. Then I was introduced to the idea, like the mortgage industry or real estate industry, where I could hire other agents and teach them how to do what I knew how to do. Not like I need to be some sort of guru. I could just teach them what I knew to do. And when they made money, I got to get paid a little bit by the insurance companies. And that's what we've done for over 20 years now. So
tell me more about when you're training, because what we find in this environment is a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm a manager and I train my people." So I'd like you to shed some light on that.
Well, I mean, I think anybody can be a manager. I think that anybody can be a trainer, but I think very few people like to be treated like dogs. I believe more in leading, which means that, I mean, I'm not a micromanager. Anybody that follows me knows I don't micromanage. I got a job and I've got a family and it ain't yours. So like, I don't need more of that. And so, I mean, I was thinking about it tonight, actually, just kind of on a different note. The first time Heather and I got pregnant, first she got pregnant, I was there, but she did it. She was the one that conceived. So, but the first time that ended in a miscarriage, and it was sad. But then we got pregnant with our now oldest son, and we got to see his skeleton on the ultrasound, and I just wept like a little baby because we didn't get that far with the first one. We never saw the skeleton. We saw a flicker of a heartbeat, but now we saw the skeleton, and I'm looking at that and I'm going, that's amazing. Yeah. And my second thought was, I'm not the man this kid needs to be for his father. Like I'm not who I need to be, who this kid needs. And I was just thinking about it tonight on the drive to the office. I was thinking, that's because leadership first is about setting the example. And I think that's what a lot of leaders miss. They think they need to manage somebody to success, but you lead them to success. Moses didn't manage the people out of Egypt and into the promised land. He led them. He started walking and they followed. And I think that's big. If you want to develop a team, the biggest thing you can do is develop yourself. And the better you become, the more attractive you'll become, and ultimately the higher caliber people that will start following you. And I promise you, any head football coach will tell you, the better the team, the better the coach looks. The better the players, the better the coach looks. You get some good players out there and you look like a hero. And listen, good players don't want to play for a bum coach. And so you've got to be good and then attract the good.
Thank you so much for that. That was awesome. Now, Mr. Walker, I can't tell you how honored I am to have our relationship. and all the things that I've learned from you. And I remember 5 years ago or so, you listened to what I was doing and you're like, nope, don't do that. That's the problem. So tell us about your leadership style and what you do and why you do what you do with your beautiful wife, Tawny.
My leadership style. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
My kids would tell you, whoop first and warn later.
Yeah.
No, but I'm honored to be here, Dawn. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you so much too. And it's been awesome. Like 5 years. Like and we're just getting started. Getting warmed up. And I remember those early years. Those are some long conversations we used to have. It was fun. You know what? I'm really honored just to be a part of Fitz's team too, man. I mean, meeting him years ago, it's been 14 years now, man.
Wow.
That we've known each other. And I remember when I first met you and you're like, I think I like Joe. And I'm like, I kind of think I like you too, man. And it's been good. So as far as my leadership, I've been taking a lot of cues from Fitz. I'm 10 years older than he is, but he's just got it going on in so many different kind of ways. And I appreciate that, that he has kind of set some foundations and some groundwork for us to walk into, helping our team, coming alongside our team. I think Fitz has taught me more about systems than I think I ever thought I knew. And I've got a background in mechanical engineering, so I'm very nerdy about stuff. I do like solving problems. Mm-hmm. But it came through, and he systematized things. And I think you're the first person who ever taught me system means save yourself some time, energy, and money.
Yeah.
And, really demonstrated what that was like. And that really just kind of blended in with what my leadership style is. I like teaching people because my parents were both educators. My dad did 40 years of, I call it a tour of duty. 40 years of school administration in South Central Los Angeles. And he was a Marine too. And My mother was an English teacher in junior high. So I couldn't get away with too much of anything, Every time I tried to get hood, man, my dad just was already course correcting me. He's like, I just threw 5 guys in jail today. Don't even try to mess around with me. So I came up with a strict disciplinarian, and I always knew how to work hard. I've done a ton of dirty jobs, including where I grew up in North Los Angeles in the Valley. I worked on a horse ranch, so I spent a lot of my years shoveling horse manure and doing a lot of jobs that nobody else wanted to do, working in the sun. When all my friends were going to the beach, I was working. Yeah. And so I learned how to work hard when I didn't really want to work hard. And I think when I came through to the Alliance and with the Fitz group, Fitz taught me how to systematize all of that. And he always had an amazing work ethic. So, putting that stuff together, it's really just kind of developed a little bit more of my leadership style. It's like, I just like to work hard. And I like to work in a way that is systematic. And I like to teach the people that are my team how to do the exact same thing. I feel like if we're doing that, then we can fall in line. We can get a lot of things done. I like getting things done. I like getting big projects knocked out. Even if I'm the only one out there doing it, I like getting it done and then showing people how to get it done, so I could turn around and say, this is how it has got to get, how it has to happen. So my leadership style is a lot more pragmatic. I like being out there with the people, getting my hands dirty, showing people how to systematically accomplish their goals. And I've taken a lot of cues from Fitzgerald, man. So, that's that. You asked about my leadership style. I think that's kind of it.
And that's a perfect transition to Tawny. In this conversation that we're having, when people view it, I really want them to understand who we are as a team, but I also want them to understand that they're layers and there's no I in team. And I've had the opportunity to come to your home and be hosted and taken care of. And that was Tawny. I felt like I was at home. And I just want to talk about her support and how you guys work together to build this business and what it means for you, Tawny.
Building this business, I came into this business kind of kicking and screaming. I didn't really want to do this business, but my husband was like, you're going to like it one day. So we have 4 kids, and I didn't do a lot at the beginning of our business. I took care of the kids and tried to free up as much time so he could go do what he needed to do or what he felt like he needed to do. But I'll tell you what, really over the years, I have appreciated so much his persistence and his loyalty and his ability to continue on in the face of just things that are the ups and downs. And I definitely am the detail person, and he's the big picture person. He will go, lately he gave the analogy, he's the one who's catching the fish and he pulls them in the boat, and I cut them and clean them up and deal with all the guts, all the yucky stuff. Which is kind of get them ready to eat, right? So it's kind of like that, trying to figure out how to work together. We do definitely, I love working with my husband. There's not a lot of people who can say that and or that enjoy working with their husbands, but we are a great team. 1 + 1 is 11 in this business. That's how it's been presented to us, and I totally agree with that. I've seen Fitz and Heather do that, and it's just been the encouragement that Joey's always encouraging to me, and he's never expecting a ton. I'm not his, like Fitz said, he called Heather his assistant once, and then he learned to never say that again. So Joe hasn't said that, so thanks, Fitz. Joe doesn't say that. I definitely feel like we are a team that we are able to get way more accomplished together. And we pick up the loose ends at home. If he's got something super busy, I'll come feed him lunch. If I got something going on today, made me a bomb lunch, and just dropped it, on my desk and walked away. So we really, I think, treat this just like we're partners, not only in life, but in business and in parenting. And so it's been a great ride. We love it. And I feel like we're just getting started. We're just hitting a stride.
I agree. And on that note, I'm going to tell each and every one of you, thank you, and I love you from the bottom of my heart, and this is going to be online forever. When I found you guys, you got me you brought me from a space of ego and entitlement to a space of gratitude and understanding and really helping myself so that I can help other people, which is what my goal was to do. And I'm so grateful. And people don't even understand. I says, I have the best team ever. You guys just don't know. And I actually said a little bit cocky, but I'm very proud because there's not too many people that can say they have a team, a real one, not just somebody that maybe you can call or maybe they'll answer, but some people that you could depend on. Joe has traveled here a number of times to help my team. Tawny, I can call her up and I can bring my team up, and she's like, yeah, bring them up. We can come. We'll get you at the airport and we'll take you back to the airport. I'm like, no. It's like, no, come. So that in and of itself, a lot of people don't have. And when we're talking about beating poverty in America, there's a foundation of support that must be there in order for you as the agent, the professional, the business owner to be successful. And I want to tell each and every one of you, thank you. Thank you for your vision. Thank you for your persistence. Thank you for your consistency. And thank you for all putting up with me. God bless you. Because we all know, you have a strong personality and it takes a special leader. And I was actually speaking to someone about I'm transparent. I am not always the perfect person, but I've come far enough to say, yeah, I can relate to that, but it's not going to be conducive to success. And I can know because I've done this and Fitz said that and I didn't do that no more because I have you guys. I remember specifically sitting on my bed and I just started bawling. And Joe was like, oh my God, what is Tawny? She's Tawny. Come, she's crying. I don't know what happened, Tawny. And I remember that. He was
You're like, I'm so happy. I'm like, why are you crying? Like,
I feel you, girl. I know what you mean.
I don't
Yes.
cry when I'm happy. I laugh. Just so happy. Like, okay.
And I was so happy because
Another Dawn
I
dimension.
knew,
I learned it.
I knew that it was out there. You know, when you find it and you got it and you realize and you go, oh, thank God. Now I'm here and now you got more to do, but just realizing that I knew it was possible. I knew I could be an independent insurance professional. I knew that there was a way it could be done. It took me 5 years to find you, but I found you. I ain't going nowhere. So I just want to report this because I want people to understand when I'm teaching and talking and sharing on this YouTube channel that these are the people. It's not just me. It takes a village. And we have a strong, sturdy, supportive, inclusive village. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you. I'm grateful to have your relationship. And if there's one thing that we could wrap this up, because I want to manage the time and be respectful to your time. But if you could just tell me one thing that if you could put out into the world that you want them to know in 30 seconds, starting with Joe and Tawny and Fitz.
To me, it all comes back down to loving people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I just throwing it out there, man. I love people, and I love seeing them be successful. You know, and if the people who are close to me, I want to see them successful. I want to be more successful. So, and I think in a lot of ways, love is a choice.
Yes.
And you choose to love people.
Yes.
Even when they're not lovable. And I'm thankful that so many people have done that to me and extended that to me. So I figure the least that I could do is do that as well. You know, like, I don't know. I want to encourage everybody to just open up your heart to care about people and their situation. Everybody's got drama. Everybody's got stuff going on in their life. Everybody feels misunderstood.
Yes.
Everybody's got so many like horrible things happen in their life. Like, I don't know. I think for me, it just really comes down to like, most people just need somebody to love them.
That's
and
right.
care about their situation. So I think our world could use an infinitely larger amount of that from every leader around, you know, to really care about the people that are on their team and the people they work with,
Yes.
the clients that they work with, and realize just, I don't know, like everybody's in it for money. You're trying to make money, but you don't really make good money unless you really can love real good.
That's right.
I'll just put it out there like that, you know. So, you know, whoever's listening, you know, love somebody. Go ahead and love somebody. You know, I just think that's an important thing to know. Like, I don't know, and all the business stuff we have, one of the things we have as a team is that we have a deep, deep care and a love for one another. And I'm hoping that anybody who would come on our team could see that and catch that.
Yes.
And come be a part of that. You know, that's the kind of stuff that makes, I don't know, that makes our team really unique. You know, just how we care for one another. I think it's really kind of nice. And then how we deal with our clients and our team and everybody. So I'll just say that.
Thank you. Thank you, Jill Walker. I love you.
I love you, Dawn.
Miss Tawny, talk to me, baby.
I would say my best advice is don't give up. Be grateful for everything you have and don't give up, because success is through that next failure. If you get up one more time, you're going to find success.
Yes.
So don't give up, and don't be afraid to get uncomfortable.
Yes.
You know, I heard somebody say, if you don't do one thing that's uncomfortable for you today, you're not growing as a person. Never stop growing. Do something that you're uncomfortable with, that you don't want to do, that's scary, that you've never done before, and don't give up.
Amen.
You're gonna win, and you're gonna succeed if you just don't give up on life, on marriage, on your kids, on business, on teams. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Thank you so much, Miss Tawny.
Thanks, Dawn. Thanks for having us.
Love you.
Love you too.
Mr. Fitz, baby. That's boss baby. That's everybody gonna be mad at me. I don't care. See, people have to understand when you have a leader that comes in and holds himself so humble that he's almost invisible, but he's the reason that the room is spinning. That's amazing. Everybody needs to know what a boss baby looks like. And I thought I should just say that. So there you have it.
I need to come up with a boss baby emoji with a beard.
I think we can do that. I think we can. If you thought of it, I think it's possible.
You know, I think that Joe and Tawny said great things, and I'll echo that too. As far as our love and affection for Dawnn, I remember the first time I was on a Zoom call with you, Dawnn, and you said, "I love you." I was like, "Yeah, we'll see you next week." You know, like, she don't even know me. And then the first time in our office that you said that on a Zoom call to one of the guys in the office, to Bruno, and he said, "I love you too." And he got off the call. I ragged him. I was like, "Oh, you said it. You broke." But we all agree, like, how can you not love Dawnn Hills? It's just that laughter is contagious, and just the joy and the love. I mean, I don't want to echo too much of Joe and Tawny because I got my own thing I wanted to say, but I mean, this world needs a lot more love, and when you got that going, it's really hard to fight each other, and that's a big deal, you know, in our world today. It's just not enough people loving. But I'll say this: they said great things, and if I could take an hour, I'd want to instill some things into people. But I think I'm more echo with what Tawny said. Of look, you got to decide, not don't quit. I'm going to say it a little bit differently. Decide that you're going to win.
That's right.
That no matter how long it takes or how hard it gets, that some of the obstacles are going to be fun and some of the challenges are going to be really painful, but that, you know, 20 years down the road, there's stories that you'll be able to tell sitting around a fire pit and, you know, having an adult beverage or two and joking about what it happened 20 years ago, which 20 years ago seemed like such pain, but now it just seems so funny because it's so absurd.
Yes.
You know, I have so much fun telling my kids stories of, they didn't see us build the business, but they didn't see us, you know, reach that millionaire status. They were born after that. And so they didn't see the struggle and the fight that we had, but I love sharing the stories with them because I want them to know that struggle and that fight, but I don't want them to live in that struggle and fight of the past. I want them to live in the victory of the future. Yes. And that comes with deciding you're going to win. I wasn't born into a house that was loving. I didn't have lots of, you know, all that around me. I decided that I was going to be different. I decided that my outcome was going to be different. I decided that my kids, my family was going to be different. I love the family I came from, but I wanted to be different. I wanted more. I wanted to win. I didn't want to be average. I wanted to be extraordinary. And I wanted my friends to be extraordinary. I wanted my family to be extraordinary. I wanted it all. And I thought, why not? As a kid, and my wife always laughs. She's like, you just have this natural gift of faith. Like, you just think things are going to work out. And my response is, and because I do, you do too. Yes. Because I think they're going to work out, that inspires you to think the same thing. Right. And so you have to start with you knowing that you're going to win, that you're going to fight through it, get whatever it takes to get to the other side. Yes. And you're going to inspire other people to do the same thing. And we change the world. I don't think that's melodramatic to say. I think it's very realistic that the world can change just with one person deciding they're going to win.
Thank you so much. And I echo everything that you say, because I believe that the only way that we'll ever even meet that expectation of beating poverty in America is to change our mindsets. We have to know that it's possible so that it's possible. Then when it's possible, celebrate that possibility and keep moving forward. So I'm so excited. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for your love and leadership. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in October. Oh, by the way, Joe, I will be at your house in October. I bought the ticket today.
That's right, baby.
Bring it on, girl. You know you're good. We're going to have a good time. Good night. All right, then. Let's do it.
All right. So okay. I'm going to thank you all for your time. I love you. I appreciate you, and I'm grateful to you and for you.
All right. Thank you, Dawnn.
Good night.
Thank you.
Love you too, Dawnn.